What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Climb Together podcast. I'm your host, Tonage, here with my co-host, Deception. Deception, say hi.
What's up?
This is episode number 45 of the Climb Together podcast. We are kind of killing it. We are both still, doing this on Kick, which is pretty cool. Right?
Yeah.
We're both killing it. If I do say so myself.
It's been a good time.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Um,
been a good time.
it has indeed. It has indeed. But we are, chilling today. We got some things to talk about. We didn't do a podcast last week. Some things came up for me on the personal end, so we kind of had to skip last week. And I believe, hold on, I'm going on vacation next week, so there won't be a podcast next Wednesday or the 16th. So for 2 weeks there won't be a podcast. Because I'm going to San Diego.
Hey.
Yeah. California. So I'll be gone, so there won't be. Well, the 9th is when I'm leaving, the 16th is when I'm getting back. And with the way that our flights are, there will not be time for a podcast. Mainly because I will be on a plane. Pretty much all day. Because I think our flight leaves at like 6 in the morning on Wednesday. And we get back at like. We get back at like 11 a.m. on. No, 11 p.m. on a Wednesday. But I don't know. We get back at some point. That's not podcast time. Anyway, so for the next 2 weeks there won't be a podcast, but then we'll do a podcast the 23rd. Then I'm back at school, and I don't know if we're gonna do a. We might not do a podcast the 23rd either, because I have to pack. But I might save my PC for last. So I'll keep you updated on that one. I have to talk to Riss and see what they want to do as far as like packing and everything. The 23rd is a maybe, the 30th is a yes. 30th is a yes. And if my schedule is right, I just want to make sure that we can still do the podcast at noon. Sorry. I know I should have done this before said podcast, but here we are.
Yep.
Geology. And yeah, so we can't do podcasts at noon on Wednesday still. Perfect.
Yes.
So there's that. So yeah. So the 30th there will be a podcast at noon on the Wednesday.
Let's go.
But I'll be back at school, so the stream will look the same, but I will be in a different place. So I'll have to reset up my PC and make sure everything, is hunky dory. But anyway, let's get started. We got some things to talk about today. Deception, would you like to share the news about our upcoming game XDefiant?
So, we don't have a confirmed release date yet. Because I don't even think they're ready to share a release date. Because Mark Rubin said, all this has happened within the last like 2 or 3 days. A couple days ago, Mark Rubin tweeted that XDefiant was going into the certification process. Basically, they have to go to the first parties, which in this case the first parties are the platforms, and they have to basically just get the game like tested and certified so like they can release it. Like there are like parameters that all the platforms have of like, oh, if you have like your game has to have this if it like wants to get released. And so they went through that. He did say that because this is the first time that they have like got this version of the engine through certification, that it might take a little bit longer. I think some people were probably expecting like a mid to late August release, which I think that still could happen, but looks like we have at least either a release date or very close to the release date, because, and I don't think a whole ton of people caught this because they don't really watch him for like stuff like this, but Ludwig announced that he was doing a special stream on September 2nd. And there's like a bunch of creators involved. They're playing a bunch of different games. but in the graphic, XDefiant was included. So that would mean that the game would either have to already have been released or almost releasing, and he gets to play it early.
That or like, they oh my god. That or they do like another beta of some sort. You know what I
I
mean?
don't think they'll do another beta. I think they're getting the version that they're putting in through certification right now. I think is the launch version.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm
I
like,
think I think this is it. Like I think
yeah.
the next time we see the
Mm.
game, it'll be launched.
Oh shit. Okay, hold on. I'm like, okay. Sorry, I'm like
Yeah, I'm
playing with
thinking the
my
next time we get to play it, it'll be out.
nice. Sorry, I was playing with my audio for a second. Um, well, yeah, I mean, like, I mean, I hope it comes out by then. That's what I'm, cause one, I'll be back at school, so I won't have to work.
Yeah,
I'll closing every night, cause I'm gonna work like 3 shifts a week, right? On top of
yeah.
school, and like everyone says, this is what everyone has told me. Okay, the first year is the worst. You don't know how to do. You're always doing homework and everything like that, and it's super hard. But then by the second year, you have it figured out. So I'm hoping that they're right.
I hope so.
I'm hoping that they're right because
I mean, it seems like you got it figured out.
I miss streaming. So, and I was gonna like the second semester I was gonna be able to stream. You know what I mean? But then my PC had to say, "Oh, I don't know how to work anymore." I said, "Oh, thanks, PC. Appreciate you. Thanks for not knowing how to work anymore." Shit, man. I'll have to do a Oh my god. I just had the best idea. And you guys are going to hear it first here on the podcast. So everyone that's listening
Oh
to this
Lord.
live in Deception will hear this first and then it won't be talked about until I do it. I'm thinking about
Okay.
doing a frat boy stream.
Oh jeez.
Like backwards hat, like how I dress normally, just like I'll act like a frat boy.
Yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't seem like too different from regular tone.
I'll just dress like I normally dress except for I'll be
Get Riss involved.
maybe. We'll see. Depends.
Oh, that'll be a funny stream.
Yeah. I feel like
I
I'd
don't
make
know
a
if it'll
good
top Granny Tonage, but we'll see.
I don't know. I might have to do another Granny Tonage stream for real though. I might have to get like a whole wig and everything though, like,
Uh,
and not just a towel rack. I don't know. I feel like that.
Towel was funny though.
I think I might have to. I don't know, man. Oh, that was so good. That was such a good stream. Are
Oh
you doing
man.
anything after this?
No.
Do you want to like stay live and we'll just like react to Granny Tonage stream?
I'm down for that.
Cause I don't got shit to do. I don't have to go to work till 4:30. Rissa's at work. I don't feel like cleaning.
Uh,
Oh, cause this is all funny, man.
I'd be down for that.
All right, I'm so down. Oh man.
Ah, that'd be
I'll
great.
like share it in Discord and so you can like screen share it for your stream too. Oh,
Yes,
it's
so I
so
can like
yeah,
I
yeah,
can play the audio without having to hear your voice twice.
yeah. Oh my god, that's so fucking. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. So if you guys are listening in right now, stay after the podcast because we're gonna watch
Oh,
Granny Chonich live on
I'm
stream.
so ready for
Oh,
that.
it's like a 3 hour stream. We might not get through all of it, but and I'll skip through the part where I'm not
Yeah, we
Granny
could
Chonich
like
anymore.
skip through like the parts. I don't think there's a whole lot that ever goes on like in between games.
Well, like no, in between games I'm fucking going off. But like I mean like the beginning we'll skip until like like my stream starting was like 5 minutes and then I think there's a part where I took a break because I couldn't do like I was like losing the accent and I went back to me. So we'll skip that part, but so they'll be like an hour shorter. I'm so glad I
It's not
saved.
Granny Tony's breaking character.
I'm so glad I saved that. I'm so glad I saved that stream. That
That
was
was
probably
like
one
the
of the best
best
decisions.
stream.
That was one of the best decisions that I've ever made. Is
That's
saving that
my
stream.
favorite stream that you've ever done.
I think I should like cut it up and like make like a highlights reel on YouTube or something.
Ha!
Just all
You
like
should.
and then release it like the day before I do a Granny Tone stream again. And then
Oh man.
just so people can remember and so I can remember her storyline. Because her storyline is so. I made this. Like, I don't think you guys understand. I made this up on the fly. Like, there was no planning behind it. I literally was in Discord, and I like was like just somehow was able to just make it up, and then I
Literally, the
hopped on the
only thing you
stream.
thought of was granny tonnage, and the rest of the stuff that happened on stream
But
was
it's
off
just
the cuff.
yeah.
Yeah, that was so funny.
Oh man. Oh,
Fantastic
that's gonna be a
stream.
good after podcast thing. Anyway, um, sorry, I just thought about that, bro. That's so fun. But anyway, so I'm really excited to get back to streaming again and let that creative juice flow. I know I said I was gonna stream a lot this summer, but I'm just so tired, and it's really hard to like working two jobs where one of them you have to drive like an hour away. It's really hard to find time, and then having like a fiance, and then going to visit like your best friend that's an hour and a half away. There's a lot of
Yeah,
like, there's not a lot of time to sit down for more than like an hour
yeah.
and stream. And if you do, you don't really have the energy for it. Um,
Yeah,
so
that would be hard for me. Because, like, if I stream, I want to stream for, like, at least, like,
yeah,
3 hours.
same. Like that same. Like I don't want to do like these like puny ass streams. I want to do these big boy, you know. So I think when I go back to school, I think I'm going to continue my story mode like challenge. I just think that one I'm going to continue it on Kick, I think. And I think I'm only going to do it once a week, like once a week. So
Yeah,
you and I can grind some XDefiant.
I
Um
can't wait for that
Me
game. I need
too.
it so bad.
Super excited to grind that game. I can't stay up super late mainly because I have class, but Mondays I'm gonna do. I have this. I've been thinking about it. Okay, I've been trying to work out like a thing. Like so, Mondays are gonna be like my catch up slash get ahead days, right? Where I do all my homework that I need
Yeah.
to do that I haven't done yet, and then get started on like reading, for classes and stuff like that. Because in college they give you a syllabus at the beginning of the semester, pretty much laying out the entire semester, like what you're gonna be doing each week.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, you could. I mean, this would probably help if you already knew everything,
Yeah.
or if you did a lot of research, but theoretically, with a college syllabus outside of like tests, you could just do all the work the first like week
Yeah.
and you're done.
Well, because on Monday, well, yeah, but then you have to like know the stuff for the final, which is like
Yeah.
months away, and I'm not. My
It's
memory don't.
not well, and that's probably why they would have tests. It's
Yeah,
like
my memory don't work like that. So anyway, so my day on Monday starts at 9:30 in the morning, right? And then I have a uh I have a class from 9:30 to 10:20, and then a class from 10:30 to 11:20. So then I'd go
yeah.
get lunch, and then I'd come back to campus and I'd study because don't have class. I have class at 9:30 at night. I
Oh,
have a 2.5 hour lecture at 7 p.m. till 9:30.
I used to have I didn't have one that late, but I used to have one from 5:30 to 7.
Yeah, so what I'm and it was the only like it was the only one available. Like for that like that specific class, and I need it for my major.
Yeah.
And it's like a prerequisite one too, so I can't just like wait
Yeah.
till like the last, whatever.
Yeah.
So it was like there's only one class slot left, and that's that. Like that was the only one. Period. There wasn't another one. That was the only one in the entire school. One of the things that sucks about going to a school with less than 5,000 students, but
Dude,
um,
yeah, like
that
I
gives
only ever had
me
one night class
so that gives
too.
me 7 hours to just bang out homework. And if I don't have homework to do, I can work on gaming stuff on my laptop on
Yeah.
campus and just like focus. And that can be just the day for me to like, do what I need to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's basically what I used when I was like I had one night class when I was the whole time I was in college, but it was like late. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't as late, but it was late, and it was like I had like two classes. I had one class at like 10 and one class at like 11:30, 12. And so like I would be done with classes at like 2, but then like this next class isn't for like a few hours. So like I'm chilling.
Yeah. So, that's my plan. So hopefully I can stream more and whatnot. But I'm really excited
Yeah.
though to go back. I mean, I can't believe it's already like August though. Like that this summer is like flown by. I did go to an
Trust
amusement.
me,
I
it feels the same.
Yeah, like I did go to an amusement park yesterday. It was really fun.
Oh,
I may or may not have thrown up.
oh.
I went on too many twisty turny rides in a row because the lines were
Yeah,
really
you gotta take a little break in
because it was a
between.
Tuesday, so the lines were really short. So usually I have
Yeah.
like the lines to like chill and like recuperate.
Yeah, you're just gathering yourself and
But
getting ready
like
for the next one.
we would wait in line for like 5 minutes, 5 minutes tops
That's not bad.
on like the any ride. And I was like, oh, okay.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, but like there's this one that you just like like the where you get in these little like things and you just spin in a circle.
Oh
And
yeah.
then we did like
And you
them
can like control how much they spin, so you can spin them
yeah.
like really
And
fast.
I whip those things around.
Dude, I know.
And then after that, Riss and I went directly to like the musical like one where they spin you around and they play music. So we went directly to that one. And then there was another one that like was like a pirate ship that like swings, really like just like swings like a
Oh.
pendulum.
Oh yeah,
And
you're going really far up and
yeah,
then
and my
going
stomach
down and
was
going
like
back up.
lifting up into my like
Oh yeah.
mouth and then
I
dropping
hate
out my
those,
like
dude.
and then after and like I said, the lines were only like 5 minutes and these were like right next to each other. So we were like boom, boom. And then we got on another one, which was like a roller coaster. Right? It was a roller coaster, except for the cart that you were in spun the entire time.
Oh god.
Okay. And then the last ride that we rode was this one where it was like the pendulum, except for you were on this like disc and you were spinning
Yep.
as you
Yep,
were
I've
doing the
seen those.
pendulum.
That's what I was thinking about when you said the first time you said the pendulum, because I was like, the two rides that like I dread the most at amusement parks are like the pendulum, the ship ones,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, and then like those that are like a disc, because
Yeah.
the disc is almost worse because you're spinning and going in that motion.
Yeah. And so the thing is like I wore my glasses yesterday because I'm stupid. Okay, so I wore my glasses, so I had to take them off every ride. And when I don't have my glasses on, I get really bad motion sickness
Ooh.
because I can't like after like a foot and a half, like everything's blurry.
Oh.
So like already not feeling well, then not having my glasses on and getting like I was already feeling the motion sickness. So the ride finished, right? And I was like, there's these things that were like holding us in. I'm like, I looked at Riss, I said, my love, I'm like, baby, if this thing does not come off right now, I'm gonna throw up. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah. And it didn't come off right then, so I threw up. I got like I got a Dunkin' refresher that morning, right?
Oh
Like,
god.
and I chugged it. And that was my first mistake right there. I chugged it because I didn't want to waste it, right?
Did you eat anything?
I ate like a I ate some like a little bit, not a lot though.
Yeah, that's also part of it.
Yeah, kind of like just like yeah.
Just chugging coffee and not drinking anything.
Well, it's more like a tea. It's more like a flavored tea drink.
I've never seen those.
They're really good. Um, I can't drink the coffee there because one, their oat milk costs like $7 to add, and
Ew.
whenever they get their coffees all have like milk in them, and
Oh
I'm
yeah.
lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
majorly lactose intolerant. Like it
Yeah.
screws up my day. So we started getting these, and I'm like, oh, my tummy feels a lot better now. That makes sense.
Until that day.
Yeah, and then I was like, I'm done with rides for today. So Riss and I like we got something to eat, so I could like we got like a pretzel, so I could like calm my stomach down a little bit.
Oh,
So my
I love
stomach wasn't.
pretzels.
Yeah, it was really good. And then Riss got nachos, and I had a couple of those, and then we got Dippin' Dots to like because it was
Nachos.
also really hot.
Oh yeah.
So we got some like Dippin' Dots, and then which if
Dippin'
you
Dots are the
oh
best.
yeah they are, and then we went to like the lazy river and chilled in there for a little bit, and I felt a lot better. I think I
Yes,
was
I
over.
love the
I think it was
lazy
just like
river.
all those things because I've never thrown up at an amusement park before, ever. Like I've done that same. I've been going to that amusement park since I was like a little kid, pretty much since I could walk, and I had
Yeah.
never thrown. I used to do that route all the time, and I think it was just all those factors that like played a part into it
Yeah.
that just like So, yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
That was so much fun. And so I was just like, yeah, I'm done with the rides for today. So I chilled in the lazy river, and then we did the log flume, and then we went home.
Oh,
I love the log flume.
it can be fun.
I do enjoy it thoroughly. It's because you get splashed at the end, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, water!" And I'm like, "Hee hee, water."
You just like being wet.
Deception. Anyway, anyway, um, next topic, roster mania. Anything new there? I haven't really been on Twitter lately, or X as it's now called, which is
Yeah,
freaking
that's weird.
wild, by the
I
way.
can't. I can't not call it Twitter.
It's Twitter. It's the domain name is still Twitter. It just has an
Yeah, that's
X.
the funny part. Is literally everything, like everywhere, it's still Twitter. It's
Yeah.
just only on the app. It's called X.
Yep. Like even on my phone, the image hasn't like updated, so it's still like the Twitter bird.
Okay, my image updated, but I have what I have is like all the apps I frequently use are in a
Mhm.
folder,
Mhm.
so they're not like I don't have like 4 pages of apps.
Me too.
And okay, when I'm in the folder where Twitter is,
Mhm.
it shows X and it shows the logo. But if I go out of the folder to my home screen, it still shows the Twitter logo.
Nope, mine's still Twitter. See the way that I have my phone set up, right? Is on the bottom bar. Right, I have an iPhone. We're correct. Okay. On the bottom
Yes.
bar I have my like phone app for like calling and
Hmm.
such. Safari for looking stuff up. My text messages, and then a folder of this is my folder of the apps that I frequently use: TikTok, Snap, Spotify, Facebook, Discord, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And
Yep.
then all my other stuff is just kind of whatever, wherever. I'm thinking about like changing it up a little bit, but because I have a couple like work
Yep.
app, I have 2 apps for work because I have 2 jobs. So one of them's for my job at the OG. My other one's for my boat job. Oh my god, deception! I didn't tell you
What?
this because it just
Oh
happened
God.
Monday.
Oh
Oh,
Lord.
and Sunday. I did my first solo captain job on
Oh
Monday
Lord.
on Sunday, and it
Oh
went
Lord.
really well. It went really well.
Did you have fun?
I did. I mean, did I have to be up at like 6 in the morning? Yeah, I did. But that's not the point. I docked the boat. I've docked the boats before, you know what I mean? But usually there's someone else that like gets out and like ties up the boat to the dock or whatever. But
Yeah.
I was able to not only dock said boat, but hop out, tie it up, and it didn't hit anything. I did it perfectly first try.
Perfectly.
And then I did it again, but my boss was there, so she helped me like tie up and whatever. But the first time in the morning, it was by myself. I was by myself. I did it all by myself. And I took them
Yeah.
out, and I was telling them because it was a tour. So I had to tell them about like all the different stuff around the lake and the history of the lake and stuff like that. And it was I did really think I did a really good job. And I took their picture where I need to take their picture, and then on the way back we kind of just like chilled. And I was gonna play some music, but my boss forgot to tell me that the speaker on the boat is broken. It used to work. Last time I went on the boat, which was like a month ago, it worked, and it didn't work. And I was like,
Ah.
what? She's like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about that. Cause I was gonna put some music on, like some like lo-fi or something, for my guests to listen to on our way back down, so we could just chat and listen to music. You know what I mean? Cause it's the very like
Yeah.
you're trapped on a boat with like anywhere from like 2 to like 10 people.
You're trapped on a
I'm
boat.
trapped on a boat with anywhere from 2 to 10 people. Okay,
Yeah.
and so you have to like make conversation with them, or it's gonna be awkward. And then they'll give a bad review. So you have to be very like personable, and you have to talk to them, and you have to be like you have to be on for like 2 hours straight,
Yeah.
sometimes 3.
You have to
So
be on.
I have to be on. It's like streaming, but it's like people that I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know people that I stream to, but like I get to know
It's like
them.
streaming, except when you stream, you have an audience, but they're not like right behind you.
They can't just like click off and leave if they don't like what they see. You know what I mean? This is like they're stuck
They just
there.
jump off the boat. They're just like, I don't like this.
They're
I'm
like,
out.
I
Just
can't do
dives
this
off.
anymore. But imagine if they just like they're like I like said so. That's why I like have a rule like where I don't bring up anything like anywhere towards politically like at all.
Yeah.
It's a very like, oh, what do you do for work? Oh, where do you guys live? Like,
Yeah.
because a lot of people are in for vacation, so like, where are you guys from? And I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. The other day, I had a boat for I had two different groups, right? Two different groups booked
Yes.
separately, didn't know each other, and I was like, oh, so where are you guys from? And they're like, oh, we're from here. And then I was like, oh, where are you guys from? They're like, we're also from there. I was like,
I was
whoa,
like, whoa,
I
hold
am
on.
alone on this boat as far as where I'm from, and I feel very singled out. And I was like, yeah, that's so cool. Like, what do you guys do? And yeah, that's really good. You really have to like connect with these people, and they were like having a good time. They were they were drinking Bloody Marys. They were drinking mimosas, and they were like, "Oh, do you want some?" I'm like, legally, I can't in both sense of the word because one, I'm working and on the clock, and two, I'm not 21. I'm not the legal drinking age. They're like, you're not. How much longer you got to go? I'm like, literally, pretty much exactly like a year, like 11 months, kind
Yeah.
of, like 11 months
Yeah.
from yesterday, and
11 months,
I'll be
yeah,
21,
from yesterday.
and I'll be 21. So
That's
catch me next
crazy.
summer, and I got you.
That's crazy.
But
You just next summer you're just gonna be drinking mimosas on the boat,
yeah,
doing tours.
virgin mimosas. Okay. I don't know if my boss is listening. No, I'm kidding. I don't like drinking on the job or like, because like in the restaurant industry, most of the time people are like high off something.
Yeah.
They're high whether it's legal, illegal. They're high on something. Where I work,
Yes.
it's mostly weed, but you know. So like, but I'm not like a very like, I don't trust myself enough to be high on the clock.
Some people can just do that.
Some people can, and they do their job better, and that's perfect. Do what you got to do, man. Take your money, make that bag, and then do what you got to do with that money. You know what I mean?
Make that bag and they get more bags.
Yeah. Like, do what you got to do to make your money. I mean, I'm not gonna like shame you or anything, but
Yeah.
personally, I can't do that. I know myself well enough to where I know I cannot.
I don't know what what I would do if you were high. I'd be like, this is weird.
Dude, off the record, hypothetically, I get high pretty frequently. I should FaceTime you when I'm high.
Oh my god.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
Um,
Hypothetically that would be really funny.
but I'd have to be like blasted.
That's nice that we both have iPhones. I feel like everybody has Androids besides us.
Riss made me get an iPhone. We were like FaceTiming on Duo, and Riss was like, "I can't do this shit anymore. You need to get an iPhone."
She's like, bro, I can't. Like I just I remember when y'all used to duo all the time. I was like,
Yeah,
what even is that?
yeah. So yeah, so it literally like what I got my phone in like beginning of January of 2022. We started dating August of 2021. That's how long I had an iPhone. I had an Android for.
Oh.
I was just like, let me save up enough money so I don't have to like do like a phone payment. And the rest was like, okay. So that's what I did. I literally pulled up to like AT&T and was like, hey, I want this phone. And they're like, okay, it's this much. And I'm like, okay, let me. And I ran out to my car and I brought in like $800 in cash
Yes.
to pay for my phone. And they're like, oh, okay. But
Oh man.
yeah, I literally paid for that cash. And Riss was like, looked at me, they're gonna think we're drug dealers. I'm like, I mean, I'm not a drug dealer. I just am a server. I make cat like that's I just my I get paid in cash.
Yeah.
Why go to the bank when I can just have cash? I don't anymore, mainly because school. That was before I was a college student. My parents kicked me out.
Mm.
So, just to put you in like perspective here, that was back when I wasn't completely and utterly broke.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, someone's just like, oh, like, what if someone steals your wallet or like steals your information? I'm like, they picked the wrong person. They're not getting much. If they need to steal from me, they need it. Like, if you're stealing from me, you better be down bad.
You better be down bad.
But no, because like one day at work, this one guy, I was working on to go, and this one guy was just like, "Hey, like, don't leave the room with my credit card. I don't want you stealing my information." I'm like, "Sir, why would I steal your information? Like, why would I steal your credit card? Especially like in the like today's day and age, like they can like track me down in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, they
What am
would
I gonna
know.
What am I gonna order a package to my exact address? Like, how stupid do you think? I'm not stupid. If I'm gonna steal, I'm not gonna steal. But if I were to, cash, it's not traceable.
Hypothetically.
You know what I mean? Cash
Yeah.
is not traceable.
Yeah, if you just steal a bunch of money and go buy stuff and like do it right, then they have no idea where that went.
Exactly. If you steal money from a card, they can track it super easily. If you
Mhm.
steal like an item and you pawn it, they can track you because most time pawn shops have freaking cameras in them or
Mhm.
like cameras outside. Like that's all I'm saying. Like if I'm gonna steal someone's money, I'm gonna steal their cash, not their card. Like, come
Yeah.
on. Let's get realistic here. I'm sorry you got like fraud on your card. Yeah, he was just like, I went to McDonald's and like the next day I had like $500 charges on my card. I was like, sir, are we McDonald's? No. Sir, are you sure it was someone at McDonald's? Or did you just coincidentally get scammed because you go out to eat once a week?
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
That's funny.
Oh man.
Last podcast we talked about relationship advice, and now we're talking about hypothetically how we would steal money.
The wonders of the Climb Together podcast.
Oh, oh,
We really be doing it all. But yeah. It's listen,
yeah.
man, you don't know how stupid people are until you work in service like food service or like customer service of some sort.
Oh, trust me,
Like
I've heard.
it's it's so bad. This one guy, the other day, he paid with 2 gift cards, right? He had 2 gift cards, so he was just like,
Yes.
okay, use this one first. It has only like a couple bucks on it, and then put the rest on this one. I was like, okay. And so I go in and I run the credit cards and I get the, not the credit cards, but the gift cards and I get the slips because, if you have leftover money on your gift card, you can tip with that money. So, we
Yeah.
try to get that money. You know what I'm saying? So I bring it back
Yeah.
out to him and I see he's already looking at a cashed out receipt. I'm like, I was like thinking, like, did someone already get his payment or am I just like,
Yeah.
I'm very confused. Or did he get
True.
something else? Because sometimes when people pick stuff up, they get like a drink from the bar or something.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever. And he was just like, he's like, excuse me, miss. I'm like, yeah. And he's just like, I don't understand this at all because I've ordered this order hundreds of times and it's never been this amount. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, can I see the receipt? It wasn't even his freaking receipt. It was a receipt from like 2 hours before that someone left at the bar that he just like found. When I walked away with his payment method. Like I was doing his payment stuff and I came back with his receipts and he was looking at someone else's receipts while I was paying, like using his stuff to pay for it. I looked at him and I said, "Sir, these aren't your receipts. These are your receipts." And I handed him his receipts and he was like, "Oh, okay." And then I walked away. And I continued, doing my job because I can't just stand there. You know what I mean? And so I like was letting him fill out like the receipts and everything. And I come back out to like, because I'm assuming it's been like 5 minutes. I'm assuming he's like signed the thing and left because usually most people just sign the thing and leave. So I was going
Yeah.
out there to get the receipt so I can like update it in the system or whatever. And tell me why that man is out there with his flashlight out looking at the receipts. So I so I go up to him. I'm like, "Excuse me, sir, is everything okay?" And he's just like, "No, wait, no, okay, hold on, okay." So I was bringing out someone else's order, right? That was at the bar, and I was handing it to her, and he was like, "Excuse me, miss, I don't understand this at all." I'm like, "Oh my god, here we go again." And so he's just like, "Well, on here it says I'm getting charged this amount, but on my receipt on the bag it says that I'm supposed to be paying this amount. So like what's going on?" And I'm like, "Sir." And so I like took his receipts from him and I like laid it out for him. I said, this is the $3 that was on the gift card that you gave me first. And it took that much off of your total, which is on the back. And then this amount, and I pointed to like the whatever amount, the bigger amount. I was like, this is what was paid with the second gift card to complete the payment of your order. And then this number that's circled is what's left on your gift card. And he was like, "Oh."
He's like, I got it.
I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, thank you." I'm like, "You're welcome." And then he didn't freaking tip. Like, oh my god, how stupid do you have to be to not know how to read a credit card receipt? I've known how to read, right? I've known how to read one of those things since I was like a kid, like single digit age. And this man is like in his 50s. Like, he has gray freaking hair. And he can't read one. Make it make sense. America, explain.
Oh my god. That's funny.
It's funny now. It still gets me heated. Like, how do you not know how to read a freaking credit card receipt?
I don't know, man.
How does any of this make sense? Because
I
it
don't know,
doesn't.
man.
Because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Bruh. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Doo-doo-doo. Anyway, anything new in the world of gaming?
Well,
That we haven't talked about yet?
WrestleMania kind of popped off.
Yeah? Let's pull up CDL Intel and let's go through it, I guess. Sorry, I had to like get that out, man. Like, damn. It's so food service is so frustrating. And oh, what's this video by Optic? Should we watch that first?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. I'll restart it. Oh, wait, hold on. I don't have my thing set up on this page. Please hold.
Please hold.
Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. Well, while this plays, I'm gonna fix this. So
Okay. There he is.
So yeah, it's time to prove the world wrong. My first go around for Optic on the competitive side back in 2018 definitely didn't go
well, it's not really loading,
as
so
planned, so
Not the
I'm
buffering.
excited to get the opportunity to run it back. I think being undefeated against Fred was probably my best selling point, and playing H with Shotzi and sort of, I guess, getting myself involved in the team environment was my
what the fuck is going on? Hold on.
best selling
Yo,
point.
restart
No,
it.
Okay, I'm restarting it. It's just not loading. What the heck? It's my Wi-Fi's fine. It looks like everything else is fine.
Might just be Twitter.
Oh, let me reload it real quick.
X.
There we go.
Now you can watch it.
It's still freaking lagging. Whatever. What the?
So yeah, it's time to prove the world wrong. My first go around for.
So I'm guessing they're bringing on Pred, is what I'm guessing from this video.
It's not all.
Well, I can't watch it right now because it's not loading, so sucks to suck, I guess. Well, we'll go to CDL until and we'll scroll through their Twitter and call it a day. I'm just using camos. Dash almost went to Seattle Surgeon last season when Pred was rumored to join Optic Texas.
Yep.
Pred and Quavo. Oh, you were right. Kenny did go to Texas.
Kenny and Pred, man.
Kenny, Pred, Shotzi, and Dashy. That's a good squad right there. That's a good squad.
Kenny and Pred, man.
Boston Breach, Snoopy, Slasher, Priesta, and Capsule.
Yeah, they brought Cap back. Big Cap.
Yeah, buddy. First, this is esports award nominees have been revealed. Esports Content Creator of the Year, Scump. He's been nominated. Esports Personality of the Year, Scump and Hex. Streamer of the Year, Scump. Esports Content Creator of the Year, The Breakdown. It's literally just Scump. It's literally
just it's all Optic.
Confirmed and rumored roster so far. Confirmed teams. FaZe, Abizi, Simp, Celium, Draza, Ultra, Scrap, Kleenex, Insight, Envoy.
Yeah, and you can lump Optic in there now.
Yeah, Optics in there. Breach is also confirmed. Subliners is rumored to be Hydra, Kismet, Skies, and Sib. Rumored teams, Rocker, Awakening. Rocker has Awakening, Accuracy, Vivid, Lens. Thieves is Ghosty, Cammy, Afro, and Joe Deceives.
Dude, if Ghosty goes to Thieves, that'd be great. I'd be happy.
Well, Thieves is supposed to like build a whole new roster.
Well, yeah, because Envoys went to Ultra, Pred went to FaZe, or Draza went to FaZe, and then Kenny's in Optic now, and Octane retired. So I heard that they were targeting Challengers players, which I mean, if you discount Ghosty's half season in the league, he's technically a Challenger player.
Bro, I can't. Why can I get your
Cammy would
fucking
be
chat?
the only veteran on that team.
Oh my god, what is this? There we go. Sorry, I was struggling there for a second. Anyway, but it's I don't know, man. We'll see. And then with
I'm excited for that team.
Me too. I think they're gonna do good.
You know how like Optic they only do one every couple months, but they have the Optic Texas team podcast called Game Chat.
Yeah.
They did one of those with Pred and Kenny, and that team is vibing.
That's good. That's what's up. That's like I think that's an important thing that people don't realize. Like you can have like a really good like you can have a really good team with really good skill and like they all can be like really good, like they can all like be like multiple time champions, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if they don't vibe together like as like if they're not like homies, like if they can't be like best friend, like they don't have to be like their best friend, but if they can't be like if they can't vibe together and like have a good time, they're not gonna mesh well as a squad.
Well, I feel like that's a very with the end of the Optic dynasty.
Yeah, they were just not having a good time together. They were fighting, they were,
There were internal issues that were causing them not to win. They were literally the best team, but they were so focused on all the internal issues that they just could not put it together.
They couldn't figure it out. And it sucks because they really were like the dynasty.
I mean, the only two teams you could probably put up against the Optic dynasty were Complexity in Black Ops 2 and Ghosts and Atlanta FaZe.
Yeah.
But
other than that, man, like
I mean, that's about it.
Yeah. But anyway, it is what it is. I feel like it's gonna be an interesting season to watch.
Oh, it's gonna be
I'm
fun.
excited. I'm gonna try to watch more this year, mainly because
MW3, man.
yeah. Well, I'm hoping to watch more this year. You know, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe even like on my Mondays, I'll like catch up on like the weekend matches before we have our podcast on Wednesdays, so I can like, you know,
Yeah.
because if I'm gonna be studying all day, like, you know, if I study in my room, like, I can just put my homework on one monitor and put CDL on the other. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
I feel like that's
I'm definitely excited to watch CDO.
me too. And where my dorm is only like a 5-minute walk from campus now instead of a 10-minute walk.
I
Which
just hope the game is good.
yeah, me too.
The game is good, it'll be more fun to watch.
I'm ready to play.
I
I'm
kind
ready
of
to
like
play and
tapered
watch
off
the.
of watching MW2 because I just
Yeah.
didn't like it.
Yeah, I'm ready to see where XDefiant goes competitively. I really want, like, after I get back from vacation, I'm really gonna start getting into denial stuff again. I know I kind of went on a hiatus, and I apologize to all the people in denial. You know, we had a couple people, you know, hang up the towel as far as denial goes. Over the past couple months. But I'm really gonna start up again. We're gonna get the tweets rolling, some other stuff I've been working on in the back and like behind the scenes that I don't even think Deception really knows about.
Yeah.
That we're gonna really like when XDefiant comes out, we're gonna capitalize on that. And yeah, like we're looking to roster a team. If it's a good esport, which I think it will be, honestly. Like all things aside, like I really do think that XDefiant's gonna put up a really good esports community, because I feel like a lot of people from Call of Duty and other FPS games that have just kind of fallen off they're all gonna kind of like funnel in and
Yeah.
take hold in this new game that is made by the players for the players. They're very transparent, and I think that's gonna help catapult the game into a whole new realm. It'll kind of be like Valorant in a way where, like the game like came out and instantly boomed, you know?
I hope so.
So,
I mean, I feel like that'll happen, but we'll see.
oh yeah, like I definitely think it's gonna boom right off the bat. And as long as they like keep working on the game and keep being transparent, keep adding new things, I think the game has a really good potential for longevity. I mean,
I just
Deception,
think that's
you've
the
been
biggest
playing.
thing that people are worried about is like they've had all this transparency because the game's not launched yet. Like I just
Is it
like
gonna
I think
continue?
everybody's just hoping that they launch
Eh,
and they're just the same as they've always been.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a very good like worry to have, because a lot of companies are like that.
Well, a lot of game devs are very transparent before launch and shortly after, but then it just fades.
Yeah, so I'm really hoping that continues. The fact that there's some like former COD pros that and like just COD players in general working on the game, I feel like it gives it like, because they're like
Multiple retired
yeah.
COD pros have
So
been working on it.
I feel like that level, they're like, okay, Activision screwed us over in that aspect, so let's not do the same thing with this one. And I feel like they're gonna really
Yeah.
do their best to make sure that happens.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm really excited. I mean, as of
Yeah.
Saturday. Saturday will be 2 years since I first played the game.
Damn. That's wow. 2 years already?
Yeah. August 5th is when they had the first public, well, it wasn't public, but it was the first like test where people outside of the studio could play it. We got to
Yeah.
play it for like 3 weeks. It was fun.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm ready to see how it goes, and I don't know. I'm ready to give it our all. You know what I mean? Like
I'm gonna
hoping.
grind that game so hard.
Me too. I'm so excited.
Oh, I need it.
But wait, where's my like? My webcam even like plugged in. There we go. Sorry, I'm just getting set up for like when we watch Granny Tonage.
We watch Granny Tonage.
I'm excited. I haven't watched Granny Tonage in a while. All right. So I was just getting like
Granny Tonage.
set up for it in the background.
I need to get some food, man.
Need some food?
Yeah.
Me too. Me too. Alrighty, man. Anything else you want to talk about on this podcast, or should we call it and then switch over to watching Granny Tonage?
Well, you wanted to talk about watching the Barbie movie.
Oh my God! Yes. Okay. So I went and watched the Barbie movie. Was it last week? Yeah, last Thursday. It was actually Rissa's and my anniversary. For
Ooh.
not like our anniversary from when we got together. That's this month, but
for engagement.
But we were engaged. That marked a year of being engaged, which is really cool. So we went with our friend Ellis, that from where we go to school. She came with us. And we all went and we all dressed up and we went to see the Barbie movie. And let me tell you, that movie's really freaking good. It's not like what you think it is at all. It's very and this is why a lot of people.
I didn't think it would be like a. I mean, I thought there would be like elements of it, but I did not think it would be like a super kiddie movie.
It's not. It's very much like kids can watch it, and I think kids should watch it, but it's not like aimed towards kids. You know, it's very like all ages.
Yeah, they try to like hit everything.
Yeah, it was.
It doesn't feel like it's too kiddie, but it also doesn't feel.
Have you watched
super mature? I haven't watched it.
You should. That is probably one of the best movies I've ever watched in my life.
The movie I really want to watch is the Insidious movie.
Riss watched that, so you can text them and ask. I'm not a scary movie person, so
I want to watch it so bad.
I heard it was I heard it was okay. I don't know. I'm not a scary movie person, so I can't really like give a good
I think
review.
I'm going to watch it on Saturday, so we'll see.
Good. Yeah. So, but listen, it's like, and I understand why like a lot of people are angry about it, but that's just because they don't like feminism and women empowerment. And me as someone who is a woman and loves women empowerment and thinks that, you know, the way that they, you know how like, sorry guys, I'm gonna get a little, you know, a little controversial here. Give me a minute. But you know how like in the real world, you know how women are always kind of like they have to fight tooth and nail for anything that they get, and men kind of can just exist. It's like the opposite in Barbie world, where you know all the Barbies live and all the Kens live. The Kens are like women in the real world, and women are like men. Like Barbies are like men in the real world. They hold all the positions of power and everything, and at the end of the movie, they like decide to like let the Kens hold positions of power, but they have to start out very like at the bottom and work their way up. And then in the movie they do a little like narrator cut in, and they like just like how it is in the real world, except for it said just how it is for women in the real world. And I was like, that's funny. But the ending, it is very like touching for like as like a person that identifies as a woman, and just anyone that has identified as a woman at any point in their life. It's something about like a mother-daughter type situation. Personally, it didn't get to me, but that's just because I don't have a good relationship with my mom. But it was still really sweet, and I understand why a lot of people were crying. If I still had a good relationship with my mom, I probably would have cried.
I was gonna say, if you watched that movie like 4 years ago, I
probably would have stopped hysterically. But I don't have a good relationship with my mom, and if I did, well, because Riss looked at me and Riss was sobbing, and Riss was like, "Why are you crying?" I'm like, "I don't like my mom. My mom is a horrible person. This part does not like tickle any, emotional strings for me."
Riss is just over there just dying.
And I'm like, because it's like, because the line is like, sometimes mothers have to, step back and like look and see like where their daughter's at to like. I don't know. Hold on, let me look up the line real quick. Line about mothers. Okay. Okay, pulling it up. We mothers stand still so our daughters can look back to see how far they've come.
Oh.
And it was said by the woman that created Barbie.
Oh God, yeah.
Because
I can see why that made
she
people cry.
created Barbie and she named Barbie after her daughter Barbara. And it is so adorable because it's right after this like flashback of like just like happy memories of like little girls playing with like their moms or just playing in general. And it's like that's kind of like how I think about memories. It's like I kind of look at them by like flashbacks, like clip here, clip here, clip here. You know, it's like a montage sort of thing. And it was like
Yeah.
it was the song over it was um the Billie Eilish song. Oh, fuck, I can't even remember it. Hold on, I got you in just a second. I've been listening to like the playlist for the movie.
Oh God.
It's a good playlist. Let me tell you.
Let me tell you.
What Was I Made For? Right, by Billie
Oh.
Eilish. And it just oh my god, it's so good. And then at the end, it's the ending, I don't want to like spoil it, but it was funny. The ending was there's a lot of like funny one-liners in there that like were put in there for the parents. Like there's a part where like the Kens are like
Oh,
beefing.
like
There's a part where the Kens are beefing and they're like, I'm gonna beat you up. Like I'm gonna beat you off. Beach you off. A beach off. I'm gonna beat you off. I'm gonna beat you off so hard. That's what they say in the movie, except for it's beach, not beat.
ugh.
And I just fucking I lost it. I was
All
dying
the kids are
laughing.
in there just innocently laughing,
They're
and
like,
like
ha
all
ha
the
ha, so
adults just like,
funny.
oh, hey, yo.
You should be not laughing at this. That it's so funny though. They're talking about the beach because they're on the beach. That's not what we're laughing at there, kid.
Yeah.
But
Dude, when you said that, it just made me think about like anytime I've ever like played Warzone, and like you know you just land and everybody just results to like hitting you instead of shooting you with a pistol.
yeah.
Every time that happens, and I'm playing with Wyatt, and I say like, "Oh, he killed me because he just beat me." He was like, "He beat you off?"
All right. So yeah, I mean like that. I mean it was a good movie. I dressed up. We all dressed up and everything. I could probably I'll send you a picture of it. Deception.
Oh boy.
We went with our friend Elvis. So
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Anywhere else I'd be 10. And then in the movie, you probably saw it on social media, but there's this hoodie that Ken wears. It says, "Am I Ken enough?
Oh.
Am I Ken enough?" It's Ken. It's like a K put on "Am I enough?"
Oh yeah.
It's. I was like me at the end of the. There was a couple like TikToks just be like me at the end of the movie trying to find this freaking hoodie to buy it. But yeah. But anyway, I don't have anything else to talk about. What about you, Deception? Got anything else you want to add to this episode? Number
I think
45.
we covered everything.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. If you guys enjoy the podcast, make sure to follow, like, subscribe, whatever to do to support the podcast. Watch it on the YouTube. If you guys have missed the first few episodes, or if you're coming in later, watch a couple of the first episodes. It talks about why we started this podcast, why we do it, all that fun stuff. But yeah, we will see you guys next time. Deception, say bye.
Bye.
Peace.